This is the writings of Binyamin Zeev Kahane of blessed memory. This next year is Yom Yerushalayim, and it was written in 1993. Should we say Hallel on Independence Day or the anniversary of the Six-Day War? According to the Jewish halacha, if a miracle occurs, even for a specific individual only, he must make a celebration every year on the date that the miracle occurred. Saying Hallel and praising God, from here stems the practice of saying the Hallel prayer on the anniversary of the Six-Day War victory, when all the Arab nations ganged up against Israel with the intention to obliterate the Jewish state. During those times, there was no doubt in any rationally thinking person's mind that it was only a matter of days before Israel went under. By any normal standards of logic, there was no way that the Arab nations wouldn't be rolling into Tel Aviv in a very short period of time to carry out their plans on slaughtering all the Jews, God forbid. But it did not happen. Within 6 days, we pushed back those very same armies, and if we only wanted to, we could have conquered their capitals, which we should have done, and that's not part of the book. Recapturing after 2,000 years the cities of Shechem, Hebron, Jericho, and Gaza, as well as the Sinai. Remember? The Golan Heights, and the most important of all, Jerusalem. During those days, only the blind could not sense God's divine presence and the Mashiach knocking on our door, crying, pleading, and perhaps even threatening. Return to me and bring the complete redemption. After such an introduction, it would appear only incomprehensible why so many Jews from various circles did not say Hallel on this day, and others are in great doubt regarding this matter. And our answer to those people is, just one Hallel should be said? 1,000 Hallels need to be said. Hallel on the saving of Tel Aviv, Hallel for Haifa, Hallel for the south, Hallel for the north, Hallel for the redemption of Shechem, Hallel for the conquering of Jericho, and another Hallel for the stupidity of the dwarf king across the Jordan for entering the war despite the desperate pleas by the Israeli government that he stay out, thereby granting us the opportunity for conquering Jerusalem and the rest of the territories, which is Judea and Samaria. But what do we do when, despite these victories, we find ourselves floundering in this miserable reality of an Israeli government who do everything in their power to do away with the glorious miracle of 1967? How can we celebrate when we are ready to turn over to our enemies all the territories we gained? It is our obligation to honestly ask ourselves, why say Hallel when the territory we conquered in 1967 is dissolving away, and we are about to return to a situation a lot worse than it was before the 1967 war? Our answer to this question is the following. For the miracles that God grant us, we must thank Him, no matter what, in the same way that we thank Him for the miracles He performed for us in the days of the Maccabees against the Greeks 2,500 years ago. Despite the fact that the temple was eventually destroyed, and we still thank Him for taking us out of Egypt, despite for the fact that we messed up pretty bad since then. But, if we want to be honest with ourselves, it is our obligation to combine our Hallel prayer with an all-out war against those who aspire to cast away the miracle we are saying Hallel for. We must act with great self-sacrifice against all those who are quite comfortable without God and without His miracles, and whose entire purpose in life is to rub elbows with the enemy and decide with them how to sell out the Jewish state. On the other hand, all of those who are not ready to gird their loins in the war against those who want to do away with the miracles and the country, for what are they thinking? Why are they thanking God? And for the miracles that are about to be thrown away, which they do nothing to prevent. Like anything else, the sincerity of our prayers can only be measured by how much we are willing to do to back up our prayers. Let us pay attention to these words. God bless. This is Binyamin. May his soul be blessed and his blood be avenged. Amen.